back.
How are you?
Hanging in there.
You know, the hottest temperature out there was 72.
This evening,
You probably
Miss Month.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
beautiful time then.
right now.
Oh, huh.
No,
I didn't even hear it.
Maybe into July. It was one yesterday. It was so hot.
Where was that go?
It's cool.
Huh?
So you might not be home
Okay.
when you're home.
Yeah, it's like settling down until I eat and then it's all full again, but figuring it out, you know?
Now we're.
Okay. Giving Alderman just a minute or two. All right, welcome to Public Service Committee meeting here at Robert E. Jones Building, Tuesday, June 24th, 2025. It's a little after 6. Roll call, please.
Alderman Sherry Pickering.
Here.
Tricia T.
Present.
Eve Ludwig.
Present.
Jaleel Jones.
Here.
Doug Arns.
Here.
John Cooper.
Here.
Chairman Rick Streaming.
Here.
7 present.
Thank you, thank you. Item number 2, we approval of minutes of 5/27/25. I'll need a motion in a second to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any questions on the minutes? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, thank you. Moves to item number 3, approval of the agenda in front of you this evening. I don't think there's any deletions or add-ons, so I'll need a motion and a second to approve the agenda.
So moved. Second.
Any questions on the agenda? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, thank you. Puts us audience comments.
Did anyone wish to speak this evening? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I had no comments. Puts us item number 6, approval of payrolls for 6/20 of 25. I'll need a motion and a second to approve.
So moved. Second.
Is there any question on the payrolls? If not, roll call, please.
Alderman Arns,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Teague,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Jones, Streebing,
Yes.
7 yes.
Yes, thank you. Item number 7, approval of vouchers payable for 6/24 of 25. Need a motion and a second to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any questions on vouchers payable? Not, roll call, please.
Alderman Cooper,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Teague,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Arns,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
7 yes.
7 yes, thank you. Puts to the city clerk's report, Miss Lisa Munson, her items of information.
Thank you, Chairman. Just wanted to let everyone know the staff is finalizing the liquor license renewals that expire the end of June. I wanted to let everyone know too that our solicitor permits we put on the city clerk's webpage. I know have been some solicitors in town, and or I know there are some, and we've gotten some calls and some complaints from them. Those solicitors that are out there. But we also have some others. We don't just have one group. So you can go to the city clerk's webpage and it shows the business names under that and the dates that they're supposed to be here. Has anyone else heard anything about that? No? Good.
I got a call from out in the Heights. Little fella was out pretty late in the evening, and I got a phone call. I said, well, they've got, if the Landry's, they're probably permitted, so. But I said.
They do have badges, city badges, so they're supposed to be wearing those.
And I said, if it's too late, just tell him he's gonna have to leave, because nobody's gonna answer the door at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, so.
Who was he with?
I don't remember now. I really don't.
Probably the other ones we've heard complaints about, I'm assuming. Also wanted to remind everyone that the deputy clerk position has been posted. So if you know anyone that's interested in that position, they can get the application. I think you have to print it off to actually apply. Is that correct? So, and I want to wish Rachel Hahn the best of luck. I think she's going to do a tremendous job as city clerk. So my last day will be the 30th. So we're working together, going over some things pertaining to the city clerk's position. So thank you.
No, thank you for everything you've done for us.
Thank you.
Anybody have anything for Ms. Munson? Okay, then we'll go to community relations. Rihanna Oles is administrator. Her items of information, her monthly report.
Hi, good evening. I only have a few items. First is we finally settled on a Danville Dance game day. So that will be July 29th. It's the 5th Tuesday of July. So you guys will want to make sure to keep an eye out for that. We'll get flyers and stuff sent out to staff, but we'd be super excited to see you all there. And then our downtown carnival for First Fridays is on 4th of July this year. So come out and see everything we've got going on. Our theme is like a vintage carnival, so not necessarily carnival rides, but like mimes and magicians and that sort of thing. So it'll be a good time. And then the last thing I have is I did have a citizen reach out and tell me that they're really struggling to hear online. I've talked with IT about this, and they do think a majority of the issue is making sure that you guys are talking into your mics. So I just want to reiterate, Mayor mentions it all the time, but please, please, please do your due diligence of speaking clearly. Also, when I'm not here and writing a city council digest, I listen online. So just making sure that you guys are speaking clearly into your mic. And if you notice that you're not, start from the beginning for us. We definitely don't mind, but we want to be able to hear you clearly online. We do have about 80 people on average who are listening online. So we do have a good group, although they're not physically present with us, they are listening. Yeah, thank you guys.
Any questions for Rihanna? Thank you. Well, it's just item number 10, finance. Alyssa Sweeten of the Comptrollers has a resolution, 10A, authorizing additional workers' compensation premium to the Illinois Counties Risk Management Trust, ICR-MT, for 2024 payroll audit adjustments. I make the motion to approve and dispense with the reading and ask for approval. I'll need a second, please.
Second.
Do we have any questions on this evening? Yes.
So I
Steve?
was looking at the summary, the table, and there's about a $2 million difference between the estimated payroll and the audit payroll. So I want to make sure that I understand. The estimate is what we originally submitted, and then the audit is what came from our audit. Is that how these numbers are derived?
No, what it is when we do a renewal, we're doing it a year ahead. So when in 2023, when we're getting ready to do 2024's renewal, we're the year before. So we have no way of anticipating what exactly those payroll salaries are going to be for the year. So what we do is try to do a best case scenario, try to estimate it, figure out if we anticipate pay increases, things of that nature. But there are a lot of different other things that will drive that as well. So it can be anything from not only pay increases, but it can also be retro pay, buyouts, as well as auxiliary salaries. If we have a lot of staffing, last year we had the pool. That was the first time we had them. I know they didn't make a huge difference in payroll, but it was still additional staffing that we hadn't had the year before. So what happens is our insurance company, they actually pay for the payroll audit. I have to provide them with all the payroll information that they request for 2024 once we're done with 2024. So this is actually last year's salary rates and amounts based on that. So that is kind of what we're, like I said, so when we're trying to do an estimate, we're trying to get it without overestimating, but not totally underestimating. So sometimes it's kind of hard, especially when there's also not workers' comp, but overtime that also drives that amount too.
So that's the workers' comp audit, not the financials audit.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. And then yes, so then it's a period, it's a year or whatever
Right.
period of time that they decide, which is probably some arbitrary dates, because ours is usually some arbitrary dates. Okay, so then the audit payroll is an actual number.
Correct.
Based on the audit period that the workers' comp insurance decided should be the audit period.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? If not, roll call, please.
Vice Chairman Pickering,
Yes.
Alderman Teague,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Arns,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
7 yes.
7 yes, thank you. Puts us to 10B, items of information. The fiscal year 2025 and 2026 cash flow and budget performance report, April and May risk management monthly report, and personnel report. Ms. Sweeten?
That was a question. Do you have a question?
Yes, I just have one question on the general fund cash flow projection report. What's the significance of the highlighted yellow for May of 2025 for the beginning balance?
That's just the beginning balance that rolled over from the previous year.
Okay.
So the rest of them are formula based. That one's an actual number. So I highlighted it and apparently didn't take it off when I was done.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions on any of the items? Tim?
In follow up to that, does that include reserves or what number?
That's
does
the actual cash balance.
actual cash inbound?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions for Ms. Sweeten? All right, thank you very much. What's this, item number 11, fire. Aaron Marquardt, Fire Chief. 11A, resolution.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I did have I didn't realize we weren't going through other ones. I did have a question about personnel.
Okay.
I noticed that I think it's a new position. I'm not exactly sure for the staff accountant. Is that accurate?
Correct. So the finance manager has turned in her notice of retirement, and in replacement of that, instead of replacing with a finance manager, we're kind of rearranging the department and replacing that position with a staff accountant.
Okay. And then are the wages the same? Is the job description different? Is it the same grade level?
It's the same grade level. The job description is very similar, with some of the management responsibilities being moved off, but some accounting oversight being moved on to that role.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions on any of the three? All right, thank you. Puts us 11A, we have a resolution approving an application to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation. Make the motion to approve and dispense with the reading and ask for approval. I'll need a second, please.
Second.
Is there any questions on 11A's resolution? If not, roll call, please.
Alderman Teague,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Arns,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
7 yes.
7 yes, thank you. Motion carries. Puts us 11B, items of information and monthly status report. Chief?
Yep, I don't have too much going on. The software that we changed over is nearing time to be implemented, so they're still importing all the old data over and making sure everything's working correctly. We've done some of the test runs. The payroll seems to be satisfied. Everything else seems to be satisfied from the one new service. So probably within the next month or so, they'll start training on it, and by maybe August, we'll start using it. So that's good, and that's ongoing. And then really the only other good news is our guys are down in Louisiana picking up our last fire truck today. And the report today was there was a paint chip, but it should come home. So they said they'd have that fixed by the time they get. So they should be driving it home Wednesday. So
Come on, the last one took 3 or 4 months.
yeah, last time we had a paint chip problem, it ended up being a 9-month problem. So I told them to bring it home. If it's a paint chip, we'll figure it out when they get it up here. So that's it. Other than that, if you got any questions about the report or anything, so.
Anything for the chief? Yes, Doug.
The only thing I have, and once again, kudos to the chief on reduction in overtime that was discussed last month. But I would like to get a copy, and perhaps the council as well, a copy of the documents that were involved when the SAFER grant was applied for, to be able to compare over time how the numbers have worked over the years.
From 2018.
I couldn't remember
That's
when
the last time we got
that
it,
went
yeah.
into place. So whenever that was all put out, the administration and I believe fire as well put out some proposals and showing what savings were hoped for and things like that. So if we could get a copy of that.
Yeah, I can figure something out. Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Anything else for the chief? All right. What's this item number 12? Information Technology, Agno De Silva, Chief Technology Officer, his items, information, and his monthly report.
Thank you, Chairman. I sent out a report. Are there any questions on the IT status report? Okay. Just to mention a couple things. First of all, thanks to everyone.
Agno, could you speak in a little? Thank you.
Sorry about that. Just a couple of items to mention here. First of all, thanks everyone for reporting the phishing emails. That helps a lot. We had a couple of incidents. Luckily for us, they were taken care of within 30 seconds. Our detection and response systems were quick enough to stop those attacks. So again, with all the layers of security we have in place, that has been helping us big time. Otherwise, we're talking days trying to figure out what happened and things like that. So we heavily use AI-based systems now so that can make the decisions for us. And we are fine-tuning it so that it can auto-respond and take care of things for us. So it's about 95% accurate right now, but we hope that in a few months, as and when it learns different things, it'll be incredible for us. And second thing I want to mention is I sent out an email regarding the security awareness training, and I sent it to all employees and aldermen. So please go ahead and take that training. It'll be sent out tomorrow. It's a couple of short videos, about the new trends that are going on with AI and cyber safety. So please go ahead and take that training. And it is required as part of our compliance with insurance as well as our state mandate regarding all city employees have to take that training as well. So we have been working on several projects, as you saw in the report. Blake has been working on trying to figure out a better phone system for us, and he's put together something which I think we would see a significant reduction in our monthly cost for the phone communication costs. as well as, you know, having an app versus having a desk phone in some areas and having multiple devices and things. So we are hopeful that we'll get at least 50% reduction in communication costs as far as cell phones and certain devices. So kudos to him. You know, he's been working on that, spent a lot of time researching stuff. It takes a lot of time because there's several vendors out there. So we found one vendor, which I'll bring the resolution over next month, that backs the SLA financially, which is good because if things didn't work, they can reimburse us for the downtime and things like that. So, and we also working with a data center consolidation project. That's a huge project that goes in line with when we go to the new city hall building. So there's a chance that we will get a early head start here, get this system implemented here, and we can move some of that stuff and then scale it once we get to the new building. So it's a several months project. So we'll bring that resolution over next meeting. I talked to Mayor about this. I think if we need to go earlier on that, maybe if Chairman is okay with that, we'll take it to Public Works. As long as Mike agrees, I don't have a problem with it. So it's a significant cost savings because they lock in the price for only certain period, like 30 to 45 days or something. Okay. That's it. And I just want to thank my team for doing all the hard work, and they've been doing an amazing job and trying to keep everything up and running. Well, I'd like to thank your team as well, because you know it's just going to get worse. And you've kept us from out of harm's way for quite some time, so thank you all. Yeah, I can get better sleep now with all the systems we have in place that monitor. Well, we're glad to hear you're not spending all night here too, so that's a plus, because you were. Thank you. Thank you for all your support. Yeah. Anybody have any questions for Agnew? Thank you, Agnew. Thank you. Puts item number 13, legal. Leon Parker, Corporate Counsel, his items of information, his monthly report.
Good evening. Thank you. You have before you the summary reports for the period May 22nd of 25 through June 19th of 25.
Any questions on any of the reports, or? You don't look like it, Leon, so okay. Thank you. What's item number 14? Police, Chris Yates, Police Chief, items of information, Chief.
I don't have anything that I'm asking for approval, but we've
Chief,
got,
can you please, thank you.
I'm having problems. I'm having to steal from the chief. Is there any questions on the May data?
No.
Same thing. We're waiting on 5 of our candidates to get out of the PTI. They graduate in August, and we still have 2 officers in field training program. Other than that, I do not have anything else.
Anybody got any questions for Chief? Yes.
A few weeks ago, I said something to Mr. Rui about cameras at the parks. How far along are we on that? And is there progress being made? Because I think we probably need to expedite that.
It's literally our top priority. Myself, Chief Yates, Mr. Rui, and Agnell have met on that multiple times. They've got cost estimates. We are looking for getting installation times for the IT that we need, not from us, but from externally to make that happen. But we are working on that as quickly as we possible. It's literally, it's our #1 priority.
Now, will we do that? I'm sure Winter Park's probably got a priority, but I'm sure all the parks going to be involved.
Yes, sir.
And if we had a good timeline or whatever, what would you hope to have all these installed by?
So I don't have that for you yet. We should have that soon, and we'll make sure that we keep you and the public updated as to that as well.
Yeah, I think there's a pretty good need for it. So
you'll be having something pretty quickly. What we did was we sent out the same crew that set up for the original cameras that we have up and still going up. That was on the last grant. We just applied for another grant, if you recall, that 60,000. However, we have to, there's certain things that we can spend that on and what we can't spend that on. So most likely that's going to be something that we bring to the council, requesting consideration for the additional cameras. But we've looked at site overlays where we're going to get the most effective coverage, and every park in the city of Danville is being considered for the best efficient way of covering it.
Yes, Doug? Norm?
I just have one question, and if this isn't the appropriate forum, I'd be happy to talk after. My only question is, was the activity that took place over the weekend, was there a reservation or a permit for that event? And that may not be a question for you at Winter Park.
Yeah, the Juneteenth did have a permit.
That wasn't at Winter Park.
At Carver, I know they.
Oh,
had-
no.
yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. No, there was no permit.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions for the chief? Thank you, chief. Puts us item number 15, monthly report, treasury report from Chris Herron, our treasurer. 15A is November and December 24 treasurer's report and bank reconciliation item information. Chris?
Thank you, Chairman. In the office, we are just continuing to get caught up with our reports from previous months, and we've started, I think I might have mentioned before that we've started a new checking account that you'll see coming up here, I believe in February, in the February 25 report, the utilities checking account. That's to separate the utilities from the general checking, so it's a little bit easier to reconcile. The only problem is it's going to be pretty messy. The February and March is going to be a little bit harder to reconcile, it sounds like. But thankfully, with the 100% collaboration with the finance team, thank you, we are continuing to move forward. We also have another checking account that we've added, the MFT checking account. If you remember, we're adding those MFT funds, so they have asked us to have a separate checking account. Even though we already have a savings account, we have to have a separate checking account. So we have that finished also. And pretty much it, unless you have any questions.
Anybody have any questions for the treasurer? Again, thank you and finance for getting us to where we're at today. I'm telling you what, it was a mess, so thanks.
Thank you for your support, and the finance department 100% supportive.
Thank you, Chris. Puts us closed session. I don't think we have a need for one this evening. Items of information, next month's meeting will be full council here, 7/1 of 25. And don't, okay. I got one more here. Forget, we got boat races out to Gale Grotto. Friday, they start at 3:30 to 6. And we have a band that night, Kelly and Sarah from Nashville. Saturday the 11th, the 28th, it's starts at 11 to 5:30, and we got Boo and the Bobs from over in Covington. And then Sunday, the races from 11 to 4:30. And the bands that night is the James Michael Travis Band. Free admission and free parking, so come on out and enjoy yourselves. We'll have music, and we'll also have the band shell from the city and a bunch of food vendors, so come out and enjoy yourselves.
If you've never been, you really should check it out. It's pretty cool, especially if you've got kids that you've never seen anything like that before. So,
anybody else have any information you'd like to share? Yes,
no information, but just question for the mayor. Mayor, during orientation, you'd mentioned perhaps an update for the full council. I was asking for an update on status of negotiations and litigation. So perhaps if there's a desire to do that for the full council, since there should be a light agenda at our first meeting in July, perhaps that'd be a good time. Or if you'd rather I come in and do that separately, I'm happy to do that too.
Thank you. We'll get that arranged. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Mayor, you said you had something for us?
Yes. So I wanted to let you know when the committee was working on Community Day, they didn't realize that that was the same weekend of Balloons Over Vermillion. And some of the people that do volunteer to set up for both are going to be doing cleanup on that Sunday. So the committee has requested that we move Community Day to Sunday, July 27th instead. So Community Day will be Sunday, July 27th at 2 p.m. at Lincoln Park. And because they'll still be cleaning things up, we're going to be back at Lincoln this year. So they asked me to share that with everyone.
It's still going to be warm, so.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else have anything? Any committee members' comments? If not, we've got everything on the agenda. I'll accept a motion in a second to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you.